So whether you're trying to decide to move to Byron, Georgia, I wanted to be an insider for you, somebody that actually lives here, and I've been living here for a little over a year, so I want to give you my experience to decide whether or not it makes sense for you to live here as well. My name is Luke Smith. I'm a former Army Ranger, and I actually moved over here to Middle Georgia because I met a beautiful woman, and I lived here for quite a while before I became a real estate agent, and that's what I do full-time now. However, I kind of bounced around the Middle Georgia area a little bit when it came to different apartments and all that kind of stuff, and I ended up buying my very first home here in Byron, Georgia for a really good reason. And I know everybody is completely different, but for me, at the end of the day, I wanted somewhere that overall would have good resale value. I was out in the country a little bit, so I wasn't stacked up on neighbors, so I had less traffic, but I still wanted to be close enough to the interstate or to be able to drive to the city and stuff like that, to be able to list and sell and help people buy and invest in homes. So I landed on Byron, Georgia after taking a long time to be able to figure out where I want to live. 2 different apartment complexes over the course of 3 years. I believe my wife and I probably looked at about 50 houses. Yeah, it was a lot going on. And we ended up on a new construction home that was actually a custom-built home, but we snuck in and snagged it up when somebody backed out on the builder. And now I live backed up against a peach orchard. I live in a cul-de-sac. I have no through traffic when it comes to my neighborhood. And for us to be able to get to 75, I-75 takes about 3 minutes. And for us to be able to get into downtown Warner Robins, I'm looking at about 12 minutes to be able to get into the actual like deep heart of downtown, where I can go to Chipotle and go to the restaurants, I can go to Academy, Best Buy, all that good stuff with no traffic. Easy way on Watson Boulevard. But I want to go over just a few reasons in this video on why I live here, and hopefully I can help somebody out when they're watching this video. But number one, like I was talking about, came down to location. You know, you really can't beat it when it comes down to the traffic, how much land that you're able to get for the price, because the average home price here is $240,000. When you look at the national average of over $340,000, you cut off almost $100,000 to be able to get the same thing somewhere else. You really can't beat it. Also, when it comes down to it, I'd say number 2, you know, comes down to the community itself. You have Peach Park, which my wife and I end up there at least 2 nights a week to play pickleball. They have tennis, awesome places to walk, basketball courts. They have baseball. They're not called baseball courts, baseball fields, soccer fields, all that kind of stuff. And also they have this really awesome green space that you can just bring your dogs, you know, throw the ball, do whatever you want. But I believe it's April, May, September and October, the 2nd and 4th Saturdays, they have a bunch of people come out with like almost 100 different vendors when it comes to just crafts, you know, like homemade different items, food trucks, all that kind of stuff. So you're able to have a lot of fun. Downtown always has parades and different events, and also population, it's only 6,200 people. So you still have like a really fine, like knitted community where it's still yes sir, yes man, people hold the door open for you, it's friendly, the community is super safe, which is going to be my next one here. But overall, it's just an awesome place to be able to live. What's going on? My name is Luke. I'm so grateful that you're watching my video right now. If I can help serve you and your family in any way, go to the description below, book a call with me, help people buy, sell, and invest in real estate all over the world, moving to Middle Georgia. So if you need anything, I'm here for you. Get back to the video. In number 3, I want to go over the safety, okay? When it comes down to it, I'm a former police officer. I was a police officer in Perry, which is about 20 minutes away from here. And I was a police officer there for a little over a year. And when it comes to moving over in Byron, I just want to give the department over here, both the sheriff department of Peach County and then the police officers of Byron, like an A++ rating. I ran into some people way out back, was not on my property, shooting hogs in the middle of the night, and I did special operation in the military. They're using suppressors. I thought somebody was shooting at me. I went crazy. I didn't go crazy. You know, when you think somebody's shooting at you, you react, okay? I called the police, and within 3 minutes, they showed up at my house. You know, they searched, they did everything that they needed to do, found out that people were illegally hunting far enough away, and I just overreacted. However, moral of the story, 3 minutes for them to go out into the country and get to my house. It's not a major populated city where the police officers are overwhelmed with call volume. So the nice thing is when you do call 911 because you need help, they're actually going to show up in a timely manner. So that's another huge pro that I absolutely love and another reason why I live here. But let's say I wasn't a real estate agent. I was actually looking for a career. I would absolutely still live in Byron. And the reason is Robins Air Force Base is the largest industrial complex here in the state of Georgia. And with that being said, 20 minutes away, you still live far enough for work that you don't live right on top of your job, but you're also living out in the country so you can just relax. Sit on the back porch, listen to the birds, watch the beautiful Georgia sunset at nighttime, and not have to worry about the hustle and bustle of the city. Now, Warner Robins, it is growing. The population continues to increase, and there is a lot of manufacturing. There's a lot of jobs coming in the local city. So it is increasing the population, and traffic is slowly over time going to get worse and worse. But the nice thing is about Byron, 6,200 people, only a 2% population growth year after year, and the home prices are still real nice. But at the end of the day, if I had to do it all over again to be able to figure out where I specifically wanted to live, you really have to break it down into a few different categories. Do you have children? What do you do for a living and where is that located? And what type of lifestyle do you want to live when it comes to your home? When it comes to the school systems, Byron doesn't have the best school systems in the entire area. We're in Peach County. Peach County school systems are lower on niche.com when it comes down to it. However, just a 10-minute drive away, whether you're in Bon Air, Georgia, Kathleen, Georgia, which are the two nicest school systems when it comes to our local area, you might want to live there if you want the #1 public schools. Because in Houston County, which is just right next to Peach County, there's 39 public schools within the entire county that you can choose from within the different districts in which you want to live. So what you need to do is really take a step back, figure out what you want, right? Do you have kids and what do you want their education to look like? And what's your price range? And when it comes down to price ranges for homes, you shouldn't just be looking at the final number. You really have 4 categories of payment. You know, you have your P&I, which is your principal and interest, right? So that payment that you have, you're gonna have insurance when it comes down to it. You're gonna have taxes. And then if you don't put at least 20% down, now when it comes to different type of loans, let's say you're a veteran, you don't pay PMI insurance or PMI insurance, private mortgage insurance. But if you do put down less than 20% and it's not a loan type that excludes that, you're gonna have another additional payment when it comes down to it. So figure out what your monthly payment that you wanna be comfortable around, get with a trusted loan officer so you can actually have a good monthly payment, and then go from there to be able to figure out what you like. And if you need any help at all, I'd love for you to go to the description below, book a call with me, or simply shoot me a text message at 478-888-7808. I love to be able to serve you and your family. In this video, I just want to go over a little bit about our local area and just some of the things that I like because I live here. And I wouldn't mind to have some extra neighbors because our population here, like I was saying, 6,200 with only 2% growth year after year. It's not getting over flooded. It's an amazing community to be a part of. And if you'd like to join me, I'd love to be able to help you.